few years ago, I was trying to get into the home I live in now, and on paper, it made no sense. Interest rates are high, I didn't have the full down payment saved, time wasn't on my side. If you looked at the situation logically, it should have been stressful. But deep down, it felt like it was already mine. Not in an arrogant way, more like a quiet knowing. Like when you walk into a place and think, yeah, this feels like home. And what's interesting is how everything unfolded. Money came from places I didn't expect. Conversations happened at exactly the right time. Even my loan officer sacrificed her commission so I can get a lower rate. By the end of it, my mortgage was actually lower than what I had been paying before in rent. And I remember sitting here thinking, how did all of this line up like that? Because I didn't force it. I didn't manipulate every detail. Things just aligned. And that experience didn't lead me to the law of attraction. I was already immersed in it. But that moment reinforced it. It was something I can point to in my own life and say, that's what alignment looks like. Watching everything fall into place without forcing it, without controlling every step, that's when belief deepens. Moments feel guided. Moments feel orchestrated. Moments feel like life is responding to me. That's what led me even deeper into understanding the law of attraction. Not the social media version, the real version. And today I want to break down what it actually is, because most people don't realize they're already living it. Now let me say this clearly. Most people have the concept of law of attraction twisted. Some people make it sound mystical. Some make it sound fake. Some make it sound like you sit on your couch, stare at the lawn, and whisper, "Grass, cut yourself." If that worked, my HOA would love me. But that's not how this works. In this video, I'm going to break down what law of attraction really is, what it is not, how you're already using it, and a few personal examples from my own life. Because when this clicked for me, things started shifting. Not magically, but consistently. Let's start with the word law. A law is absolute. Electricity doesn't check your belief system. You can say, I don't believe in electricity all you want, but if you grab a live wire, it's going to respond. The law doesn't need your approval. Same idea here. Whether you believe in attraction or not, you are participating in it 24 hours a day. It doesn't turn on when you light a candle. It doesn't turn off when you get discouraged. You are always attracting. That's the part most people miss. Manifesting versus attracting. People use the words manifesting and attracting interchangeably. I prefer attracting. Manifesting sounds like creating something out of thin air. Attracting feels like ordering from a menu. The food already exists in the kitchen. You're not back there cooking it yourself. You're just choosing what you want to experience. If you order salad, you won't be served steak. Not because steak doesn't exist, but because that's not what you selected. Life works similarly. You're always placing orders, whether you realize it or not. This isn't some TikTok trend. Ancient civilizations believed the mind shaped reality. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Nikola Tesla talked about frequency and vibration. Different eras, different languages, same idea. That's interesting. Law of attraction is simple. Like attracts like. Energy matches energy. Everything vibrates. Trees, air, sound, your thoughts, your emotions. Strike a tuning fork. Another tuning fork tuned to the same frequency will start vibrating. No touching, just resonance. So the question becomes, what frequency are you living in daily? Because life responds to that. Here's the part nobody likes. You are responsible for all of the following: for your life, your job, your health, your relationships, your circumstances. Now, before you click off the video and say, yeah, okay, so I attracted traffic too, maybe, but not in the way you think. Your underlying vibration or frequency attracted friction, resistance, frustration. It's not punishment, it's alignment. You don't attract what you want. You attract what matches you. And that realization changed everything for me. Because once I understood I was always attracting, I stopped playing victim. Back to our earlier lawn example. Tony Robbins once said, if you want your lawn cut, you can't just stare at it and expect it to cut itself. And he's right. But here's where I disagree. Maybe you don't cut it yourself. But maybe a neighbor offers to help. Maybe your kid suddenly wants to earn allowance. Maybe you get a discount from a landscaper. The result happens, just not how you expected. And that's the key. Don't micromanage the how. It's not your job. Your job is alignment. This is huge. If you say, I need money, I'm desperate, that's a frequency. And desperation attracts more desperation. Instead, shift it. I have everything I need. What is meant for me comes to me. Feels subtle, but the energy is completely different. The universe doesn't label things good or bad. It just matches frequency. You ask for $20,000, you could receive $20,000 or go $20,000 in debt. Both are $20,000. The vibration determines the outcome. Where focus goes, energy flows. You constantly talking about what you fear, that's focus. Constant complaining, focus. Stuck in anger all day, frequency. This isn't about suppressing emotions. You're human. Feel them. But don't live there. Because wherever you live emotionally, you build from. What can you attract? Money, health, love, freedom, time, peace, opportunity, clarity. When I was younger, I wanted money. Now, I value time. I think you can have all the money in the world, but if you have no time to enjoy it, then what good is it? Perspective shifts as you grow. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. Growth is natural. You're not greedy for expanding. You're evolving. Here's a simple framework. Identify, ask, feel, realize, be grateful. Identify what you want clearly. Go into as much detail as possible. If you don't know where you're going, how can life guide you? I once said I wanted a BMW i9. Years later, I realized I actually did receive the BMW i9. I got a small model of it. Clarity matters. Ask the universe. Nothing is too big or too small. Ask freely, without guilt. Feel it. Emotion is the fuel. Realize, act as if you have already received what you have asked for. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies. Be grateful before it arrives. That's alignment. In the future, I will share other more grand examples of things that I attracted. Some of these are wild. Answers don't always show up as lightning bolts. They show up as a conversation, a billboard, a text, a random idea. Stay aware, because alignment whispers before it shouts. Here are some things that work against you: other people's beliefs, religion, social media, your own doubt. But here's a powerful part: the universe isn't against you, it's responding to you, because you are not separate from it. You are a perspective of it. That means you are not powerless. You're a creative force. Think about that and believe it. You didn't come here just to survive. You came here to expand, to experience, to create, to evolve. You deserve your version of happy. Whether that's building a business, reading by a fireplace, playing video games, or sitting in peace with yourself. There's no hierarchy of happiness. It's yours by right. If this shifted your perspective even a little, if something inside you said, wait, that makes sense, then we're just getting started. Hit subscribe, because we're going deeper into this. We're talking vision boards, meditation, the 12 universal laws, alignment in real life, loving yourself, and not the fluffy version, the practical, grounded, apply it to your life version. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So the real question is, who are you becoming? I'll see you in the next one.